Hello, it's me, Levi again, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Bill of Rights. Now, some of those liberals out there have tried to pull the wool over the eyes of Americans and say that, well, we should have separation of church and state because it's in the Bill of Rights and other godless objectives. And I'm just gonna tell you what the founding fathers really meant. Because America is a Christian nation, no matter what any Treaty of Tripoli says or any godless document like that. Okay, so let's move on to the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Now, the first one, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. I'm pretty sure James Madison meant to say, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion except for Christianity. You see, because, like all our founding fathers, James Madison was a true Bible-believing Christian, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. What they meant to say there, too, was the free exercise of Christianity and none of those godless heathen religions, such as Islam, or Judaism, or Buddhism, or Wicca, or whatever you hellbound sinners practice. Alright. The next one, or abridging the freedom of speech. Well, what they meant to say was abridging the freedom of speech as long as it does not offend Christianity or the Republican Party. Or of the press. Now, you see, what they meant to say here was, or of the press to report what the president wants them to report. Or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. What they obviously meant here was of the right of the people to protest gay marriage and abortion. Now, on to the Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, and the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, this is the only amendment in the Bill of Rights that is meant to be taken 100% literally. Some of you godless liberals out there are trying to get some more restrictions on gun ownership, when it's clearly in the Bible that people should own weapons for self-defense and for hunting. I mean, you even have age limits on guns. They had warriors in the Bible that were under the age of 14, like David. He killed Goliath when he was 12, you see. Okay, Third Amendment, protection from the quartering of troops. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. I'm pretty sure God doesn't have a problem with that amendment. I don't know. The Fourth Amendment, protection from unreasonable search and seizure. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. No warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by the oath or affirmation, particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Now, they should have added on here, unless George Bush thinks you're a terrorist, because that's what they meant. Fifth Amendment. No person shall be held responsible for any capital or otherwise infamous crime unless a presentment or an indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces, or in the militia, when in actual service of war, in a time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject to the same offense twice, put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be witnessed against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due processes of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. They should have added, unless George Bush thinks you're a terrorist, again. Sixth Amendment, trial by jury and rights of the accused, blah blah blah. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, and to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Again, unless George Bush thinks you're a terrorist. Added to that. Seventh Amendment, civil trial by a jury, same thing. Unless George Bush thinks you're a terrorist. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted, unless you're a terrorist. Ninth Amendment, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. What they forgot to add in here was, unless those rights are gay marriage and abortion. And the 10th Amendment, powers of the states and the people. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited to it by the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Well, you see, this one kind of stops George Bush from what he needs to do to protect this country from the evil Islamo-fascists like Barack Obama and Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. So we can kind of look over that one, you know. Well, anyway, I hope this video was informative to you on what the Founding Fathers really meant when they were writing the Bill of Rights, and I hope you godless liberals out there don't, you know, lie about what our Founding Fathers really meant when they wrote it. Thank you for watching.